Ooh, this is really uncomfortable. I'm gonna be super awkward through this entire video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a little while since I've posted a video, over 2 years actually, which is kind of crazy. But I did make a New Year's resolution this year that I was going to start doing things that I love again. And at one point in time, I really did love doing YouTube videos, and I want to kind of get back into that and find that spot that I was at again. So I thought, since I haven't been on here in a while, you guys might want to know where I've been and what I've been up to over the last 2 years. So the very last video that I ever posted was my 3-minute makeup challenge, in which I was visiting Jessica Lee 422, whose channel of course will be linked down below. However, I talk about her all the time. I'm sure you guys know who she is already. And that was a celebration vacation when I went to visit her in New York, because I had just graduated from my local community college with my degree, diploma, whatever it is, in aesthetics. So if you're unfamiliar with what aesthetics is, it's basically cosmetology without doing hair. So if you go to a spa, manicures, pedicures, facials, waxing, body treatments, all that kind of fun stuff, that's what I do. So I graduated from school and I was working 2 jobs at the time. So I was working at Carol Baker Visage, which if you're from Ontario, you probably have heard of that before. It's in a lot of like big shopping malls, and it's what they call a face spa. So it's facial waxing, facials, makeup, skincare, all that kind of stuff. And I did really enjoy the job. It's definitely in the field for what I went to school for. However, it was all retail based and not service based, which I prefer doing services and not trying to like push and sell stuff to people. I'm not good at that at all. But I was also working at a martini bar, which I've been there for years and years. I was working there when I was in school. And when I got back from New York, I acquired myself a fiance and I started planning a wedding. And if anybody is familiar with planning a wedding, it's super stressful, and I'm crazy laid back. Like, I really don't care about much. And it was the same with my wedding. Like, I just wanted the day to kind of revolve around my husband, well, my fiance and I still found it very, very, very stressful. So I was planning a wedding, working 2 jobs. It wasn't working out for me, so I did leave my job at Carol Baker Visage and just stayed bartending, because I was making more money working at the bar than I was working at the in a retail environment. And so a couple months later, I got an email from a really high-end, prestigious spa in my hometown from the owner, saying that she had heard really great things about me from my teachers at school, and she was offering me a part-time position that could potentially lead into full-time. And I jumped on the opportunity. I was so excited because I knew I would learn a lot more working in an actual spa setting than I was working in like a retail-based environment. So when I started working there, I was working a couple of days a week, a couple hours here and there. So I did keep my job at the bar, and I continued bartending as well, just because I needed the extra cash, right? I'm planning a wedding. I had a wedding coming up. So I went through the summer working, the spring, summer, and fall, working both jobs, and it did lead into a full-time position, which was amazing. And I was really super busy. I was working like 50, 60 hours a week, and as much as I really wanted to get back into YouTube, I just really didn't have the time for it, because I was also taking care of a wedding and wedding arrangements. So on October 25th, 2014, I married my best friend. He's the absolute love of my life. He's an amazing man. I definitely lucked out for sure. And we had an absolutely gorgeous day. If you guys want me to talk more about like my wedding planning or my wedding day or any of that kind of stuff, just let me know. Leave me comments down below, ask me questions, or about anything in general, and maybe I'll do a Q&A, because I know I've been gone for a long time, so I'm sure you guys have questions about things. So after the wedding, December, January-ish, it kind of started to slow down at the spa, and I wasn't getting as many hours, so I was trying to pick up shifts at the bar that I worked at as well. And the reasoning behind this is, and this is the way a lot of spas and salons work, if you don't have a client, if you're not booked for services, you don't work. And I was making an hourly wage, but I was also making commission based off of my services and my sales as well. So I was making minimum wage because of the expectation that A, I'd get tips, and B, I was making commission. So when I wasn't working as many hours, I was starting to struggle financially, which was extremely stressful, obviously. And when my husband and I applied to purchase a home for a mortgage, we were denied because my income was so inconsistent. Some weeks I was making really good money, and then my next paycheck would be really awful, and the bank couldn't obviously give us a mortgage because they didn't know how much we actually made in a month. How much I actually made in a month, sorry. So made the decision to quit my job at the spa and go back to working at the bar full time because it was consistent. My hours were consistent. No, my pay wasn't quite as high, but I was getting consistent hours. So went back to the bar full time a couple months later, and my husband and I got a mortgage and we bought our first home, which is where I'm at right now. I'm still kind of getting the hang of like lighting and all that stuff in the new house, so bear with me for a little bit while I get back into the swing of this whole situation. So sorry if this video is awfully lighted, which I know for a fact it is, and I look absolutely exhausted. We gotta get back into doing all these things all over again. But my husband and I bought our first house. We definitely lucked out when we purchased this. It's not a fixer-upper. It's not like your typical first home. We lucked out big time, and I'm super excited about it. But we moved, obviously, which is super stressful, a couple months ago. And in the house, there's like a little separate room that's like not quite big enough for a bedroom. I think they used it as a toy room before we moved in, but I have all my aesthetic stuff set up in there, so I've kind of started my own little business. So I'm still working at the bar. I'm still bartending. But the bar that I'm actually working at is closing for renovations for a few weeks. So I am being laid off, and I'm going to have a lot more free time on my hands. So I thought, why not get back into YouTube videos? I definitely miss it. I miss you guys. I miss interacting with everybody. I miss the community. I just miss everything about YouTube. So if you guys have any questions for me at all, let me know in the comments below. I kind of know I gave you like the quick version of where I've been over the last 2 years, because there's definitely been lots of other things that have happened, lots of other things that have gone on, and there's been a lot of other changes in my life. Obviously, my husband and I got a puppy. He's 9 months old now. He's absolutely insane. I love him so much, but he's crazy. I've gone on a couple trips and I've traveled a little bit. And speaking of traveling, I'm actually going to be at Generation Beauty, which is the last weekend in January. So probably gonna post this on Sunday, so next weekend. So if any of you guys are gonna be there, let me know, because I definitely want to meet you guys and meet up with everybody. I will be at the Ipsy cocktail event on the Friday night, and then I will be at Generation Beauty on Saturday. I won't be there on Sunday. I am leaving on Sunday, flying back home from LA on Sunday. So, and I'm gonna be in New York for a few days. I'm flying to New York on Tuesday, and I'm gonna be spending a couple days with Jessica. And then we're gonna be going to LA together to Generation Beauty. So I hope that I can meet a couple of you guys there. I did go to Generation Beauty in October back in New York, but of course I wasn't really making videos then, so I didn't really meet too many people while I was there, but it was a lot of fun, and it definitely kind of rekindled my love of the community and everybody in it and all of the involvement. So if you guys have any questions, if you have any requests for videos, if you want to see anything from me, let me know in the comments below. And I know this was short and sweet, but I just kind of wanted to pop back on here and say, hey, I'm back, and hopefully I will see some of you guys at Gen Beauty next weekend. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye!